Today is Sunday, the 23rd of May, 2021. This is Spiritual Inbox, Kev's Daily Vibe, as I call it. And no, it was not a mistake. I was not on Friday, although I wasn't on yesterday. Friday, I had some technical issues, which one of my good people let me know. There was a buzzing and a vibrating and a weird sound. So I am not a technical person. I'm not a computer person. And in my past, I've learned that trying to go through and figure out what went wrong, what is wrong, and fix it is not something I know anything about. So I'm here this morning stepping over that, moving forward, which is really quite interesting because I did go through a little bit of angst. Why wasn't I bringing a message? I felt bad. Should I say something? Should I announce something? And I didn't do it. And I felt a little bit indifferent about not owning up to it, not making a message to explain. And lo and behold, today's message is this: forgiveness. Archangel Jeremiah. Jeremiah is the archangel that allows us to look at the flame of forgiveness, shows us that the past needs to be exactly where it is in the past, and there it does not exist anymore. So thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. And you know, Jeremiah's name means the mercy of God, and he's the angel that allows us to look back over our life to be clear on where we are today. He's a miracle worker that helps us bring the flame of forgiveness into our heart so that we can move forward in a fearless, more powerful way. How that shows up for many of us is in the way that we are very hard on ourselves. We can be quite literally cruel to ourselves. I was speaking to somebody yesterday about weight and this yo-yoing up and down, up and down. Basically, for me, I've reconciled that it was size, not so much weight. You look at somebody's size, you don't really look at how much you believe they weigh. You could guess, but it's more yourself that it shows up. When I learned that I was a beautiful person on the inside, then the outside reflected it. That the love comes from the inside out. And it wasn't really necessarily an easy way to get there, but it was one that once I got there to the love of myself, I recognized and appreciated the journey of getting there. Forgiveness was the key that unlocked the door to all of it. I found myself going through a period of time, I think, when you find the judgment, easily, quickly. I still do it. Rush to judgment, jump to judgment. It's a reaction. And now I'm in the process of watching the reaction, not so much like an observer, and more in tune with, wow, am I reacting this way because of something that's already happened? Or am I reacting because of someone else doing something that I recognize in myself isn't right? what I like about all of this is the more I've forgiven the past and let it be where there is, there's more freedom and more miracles show up and more opportunities show up. And I'm no longer burdened by whether I should or whether I shouldn't. Yesterday, I listened to somebody tell my story, and I hadn't really listened to how somebody else perceives my story and my activities of my life. They were telling somebody else, and I happened to be sitting right next to them. And I reflected later on in my nighttime prayers that, wow, I had no idea my vacillating and going back and forth and making decisions and was all to do with not accepting joy, not accepting what I was doing, thinking that somehow I had to get permission. So it was very refreshing and cathartic to hear somebody explain my story and feel that, oh, I don't necessarily need anyone's permission, so why am I asking for it? Somehow, something within us is wrong, and so we have to make it right. Or someone told us it is wrong, and we believe them. That's the key to being free, is unlocking the traps that keep us caught in the stories that keep us circulating in the not good enough land. There's enough going on in the world. There's enough judgment, finger pointing, blaming happening everywhere. So I would just urge you all to, first of all, forgive yourself of the stuff you know. And then look at when the activities, the judgment shows up. Not necessarily do anything with it, just observe it, just see it. You know, the tendency to run to blame, run to judge, run to finger pointing, run to what that means for the person. I learned last week that people are only going to make changes for the better if that's comfortable for them. Isn't that weird? You know, saving the planet, being kinder, trying to choose consumption that doesn't involve all these packages so that we can be kinder to the earth and not have so much landfill, recycle. If recycling is inconvenient to us, we're not going to do it. So then you teach young ones, just chuck it in the bin. Where does it go? In a landfill. It breaks down or not. There are many containers that are allowed through agencies that say it's okay to put this food in that container, and that container won't break down. Anyway, I don't want to get on that political, environmental nonsense, but it's just that kind of thing. And then what do you do? Blame everybody for not throwing things away? Do you blame the companies for that's just, then it goes on and on. So the whole point is be in observation of your own thoughts on what you're doing, and then move past it. Find the light, and the beautiful light of forgiveness is like an orangey, yellow, golden. It's just lovely. And then you'll find new habits come from that. And then, you know, you may inspire other people to think about doing it themselves. Forgiving doesn't mean judging someone else for what you've already done, or yourself, or beating yourself up because you did it. It is freedom. It is a new start. The past does no longer exist. Only right now matters. Right now matters because whatever's going to happen next will be based on what is going on right now. So let's read from Melody Beatty's book. And we'll meditate. Sorry for yawning. I am a tiny bit sleep deprived. I have a 9-week-old puppy who's Joy deluxe, but oh my goodness, it's yeah, it's something else. um, May 23rd. Trust that guidance will come. Hmm. Trust and act on guidance you have right now. Some parts of our lives appear to be like a long paved highway. We can see exactly where to go. We have a panoramic view. Other times, it may feel like we're driving in the dark with only one headlight on, winding roads through fog. We can only see a few feet in front of the car. Don't worry if you can't see that far ahead. If you only have a glimmer of light to guide your path, slow down, listen to your heart, guidance will come. Trust what you hear. Do the small thing. Take that one step. Go as far as you can see. Then go back to your heart and you'll hear the next step. It may be a step of immediate action or deliberate inaction. Sometimes you may have to quiet down, wait, and prepare yourself to hear what you're to do next. Trust and act on the guidance, and more will come. Trust and act on the guidance you have, and more will come. Yes. Trusting and acting on the guidance we've got right now, and understand that process, and more of the same will show up. That's what I got from that. All right, let's meditate. Feet flat on the floor and take a big breath in. Palms up towards the roof. Center in, settle in, bring your mind to your feet, as well as your breath. And thank you, Archangel Michael and the Ascended Masters, for removing and cutting ties that bind us to people and places, situations, stories, negativity and drama that no longer serve the purpose and no longer what we want or need. And thanks for cutting those ties right now. I declare that I'm safe and I'm free. Just bring your mind to yourself and your body and see yourself glowing. Imagine yourself glowing in this beautiful golden amber light. Bring yourself to a sense of gratitude and harmony and peace, love and greatness. Now allow the light that you've acquired, this beautiful golden flame that sits in the heart of your body, right there, middle of your chest. And develop a sense of gratitude, gratefulness, that all your past indiscretions, everything that you have angst over, worried about, has been forgiven. And if you can think of the big ones, the major ones that have brought many minutes or days or hours of emotional challenges and indifference to you, see that now with this golden flame and the presence of Archangel Jeremiah that you have been forgiven. Open up the top 3, 4 chakras of your body, from your heart space through your throat and your brow, to the crown of your head, and then slightly above the crown of your head. And then way up, another foot above that. Imagine the wide opening. There's your connection to the stellar gateway and all of that golden light of forgiveness, golden, amber, orange, tangerine, all those beautiful colors. Pulling that flame from Jeremiah, burning off all the burdens. And then repeat, I am forgiven. I have the capacity to forgive. I am free. So it is, and so shall it be. Allow this flame, this fire, this beautiful light to be transformed begin to see the edges of this flame that's extending from you in all directions, taking on the hue of soft pink on the edges. Replace the space with love, with beauty. Allow yourself to see what you see, feel what you feel. Follow the rhythm and the sound of your breath. Allow this aura, golden aura, loving aura, light aura, the energy of healing gratitude, of peace. Allow it to wash around you, below you, above you. Become one with its energy. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you for that. Thank you for allowing me to come and visit. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to chit chat through this. Hopefully this goes out and transmits properly, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Have a great Sunday. Bye.